I'll be glad. Call our town council meeting to order. We'll stand and have invocation by Pastor Ronnie Hagan, and then I'll lead pledge.
Thank you all for letting me do this, Father, and we're so grateful for this group of men and women who take time out of their schedule to help make Wausau a better place. We're grateful for that, and I ask God that you'll bless them and bless their homes as well. God, I ask every decision tonight that's made, decided upon, as it is done for the better of the town, not for an individual. God, I ask you to bless the homes that's represented here. Whatever we touch, let it be prosperous both to you and to us. For it's in Jesus' name I ask. Amen.
Amen, amen. Let's pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty for all. All right, I don't think there were any item details necessarily that are not normal, but if anyone, we got the consent agenda. If anyone has anything they'd like to pull out, if not, receive a motion. I'm making the move. What? Down seconds. Should be house to my house. All right, Mr. Parks? Yes. Ms. Ramber? Yes. And David Chicks. Okay. Consent agenda. I do want to just make a quick announcement. Mr. Hagan was out tonight, had some issues with church. Of course, he's a pastor. And then Miss Judy's out tonight as well. But we do have the three people that will make quorum, so we'll continue with the meeting as we have on the agenda here. I don't think we have any agenda audits, but I'll just make sure I formally ask any of you have any items I want to talk to council. Did you have something? Okay. So we'll move on with that. Any non-agenda audits? All right. So we'll go to the clerk for our project updates and stuff.
Okay. Well, in your books under the agenda, you'll see the grant updates for the this month. I will say that on the Second Avenue drainage and the water system, the well project, we submitted the letter to Florida Commerce asking for $110,000 to be moved from the 109 project to the 106 project. You remember that one grant we had an overabundance of money, one grant we were short money after we got our bids. So we submitted that letter to Florida Commerce. The indications to us that there's not going to be a problem. We're just waiting for something in writing so we can proceed on those. As soon as we can get those letters, the contractors are ready to go on both of those projects. The Cora and Oid, we are at about 80% complete on the plans. Right now, we're trying to coordinate with the DOT to get something in writing from them that they're going to pave from 77 up to our project as part of the 4-lane project, because Dewberry may have to adjust their design based on what the DOT is going to do. So he is at about 80%. Once we can get that, he knows specifically what they're going to do. Jonathan said he can get that at 100% pretty quickly. The COVID project, you'll see that their drawings are about 90% complete. On the construction drawings, so we're waiting on those. We have to have the final drawings by the end of July and the complete bid package to August 15th. And then we set that up to get approval, and then we'll get the letter to proceed. On Jefferson and Jackson, we did get some supplement. You'll see in what I wrote that we had meeting yesterday, John and I, and the DOT had given us $41,434 extra on Jefferson and $61,025 on Jackson. But when we went back, we tallied the engineering, the CEI, and the construction, we're still short. So we had a meeting with them yesterday. They're pretty confident they can come up with the money. So we were hoping by the end of business today to get something on Jefferson to be able to be signed by the council, but it did not come. What we may have to do is, as soon as I can get that, have a special meeting, because we have to have a resolution. And the contractor's been holding his bid since March. So we're telling DOT, we're going to lose the contractor if we don't get something moving. So they've been very good about saying they'll come up with the money, but we don't want to do anything till we get something in writing, just so that we're not left holding the bill at the end. If we can get that early next week, I may need to call a special meeting to get that document signed. That's all we'll need to get the resolution passed, which would get those two projects moving as well. And the only one I don't have an update on is the Possum Palace. I'm still waiting on the grant manager to approve the request to add fencing back to the project, which is one of the things that we really needed. And Rogers Square, we're still working on getting the contracts on the engineer of the grant administration. So y'all may have heard that we were approved an appropriation over $400,000 for the Possum Palace, and Representative Abbott will be here at Fund Day to announce that. So Dr. Cummings going to announce the award at Fund Day for us. And that person has already reached out to me to try to get that project moving along. So hopefully within the next month or so, we're going to have 4 projects going, which is the Well, the 2nd Avenue, the Jackson, and the Jefferson, we're hoping.
So we really start on any design plans till all those initial things you spoke about. Grant administrator
For the Rogers.
for the new,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, well, and for Rogers as well.
Well, we're definitely going to need, I haven't done an appropriation, so I'm not sure all the steps to it. We're definitely going to need an engineer because we have drainage issues at the back of the Possum Palace. Right now, when it rains, the water seeps into those rooms. So I know we're going to have some kind of engineering or something drawn to try to fix that before we move on with that.
What about the Rogers area? Is that already designed? I don't know if I've seen the designs, but
No.
Okay, that's all.
We're in the
We won't believe.
Yeah, we're in the real preliminary of that one. I was trying to see if we need it. Is that one that Rogers? Oh, here it is, Bobbin. Yeah, that one won't end until 2027. So, seems to me, since working here about the last years when the things get kicked off of the whole grant process. But now that we had voted on we selected the grant administrator and the engineering, and so we're waiting now on getting the contract signed with those. So that one's creeping along. Okay. The budget status, I didn't get the colored dates for y'all again this month. The bookkeeper and I have been working on trying to get the books straightened up from the last audit. We finally finished 3 full days we spent working on them. Went back to 2008, working on some things that needed to be fixed. So we've worked hard on it. But we've got them all done, everything resolved. And so we're going to move forward on that. She's just going to come in now at the end of this fiscal year and make sure we're ready for the audit for next year. We're fixing to start the 2023, 2024 audit. So, but I did have the reconciliation summaries here if y'all look at. The next thing is approval of a development order for the town hall slab. That's the thing that says land use certification. That planning and zoning needs this to apply. They're applying for a grant to put the slabs for all of the locations that the county got a grant for generators. Wausau was one of the ones that got a generator. So they're applying for a grant to actually build an 8-foot by 4-foot slab to house the generator and other equipment approval for all the utilities associated with it. And so she needed this document signed by the mayor or the mayor pro tem. So I just need a motion to accept this as presented.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All right, motion second to approve the signing of the slab application. Ms. Rattenberg? Yes. Mr. Parks? Yes. And the chair votes yes. Okay.
The next one, well, let's shut down just a minute. So I wasn't sure because I haven't done this since we've been here, but I wanted to make a request of the town because I will have to submit a letter to close the bank accounts that are no longer being used. I think, Joe, you mentioned a few months ago about how we had some balances that were just continuing to draw down with fees. I did start getting some letters that says inactivity regarding your checking account, and that if we don't do something with them, that they'll be dormant and we'll have a monthly dormant fee. So there's about 6 accounts. The bookkeeper and I looked at all of them. They haven't been used in at least a year or more, but we're paying $10 fees every month. So we wanted to close those. We'll leave open the general fund, the water, the recreation, and the street fund. And everything else we just want to close to save those fees, because all of them are getting a monthly fee right now. And it doesn't cost us anything. We need to go open one back up. It's just some paperwork. So I don't think I need a motion, but I want to make sure that was okay with y'all.
I'm fine. You have to do it. Any questions there? Any thoughts? No, I feel like we need to go do it. Okay. All right. Since we don't need to take the action move. The next thing is approval of the development application for the wine package sales at the Dollar General. This is something that we've been throwing around for about 3 months. And I know Roger had some questions about it. So I had sent it to Jeff to look at to see if there was any, I guess, anything about our land code or anything that it would make where we would want to approve it. But I did speak with them. They really need us to take action on it one way or the other. So By them, you're speaking of
planning.
not Dollar General.
The planning needs our signature to be able to send it on up to the licensing, where they're actually, I guess, applying for the license. And they've been selling alcohol since the store opened. So I don't know the history behind it. I don't know if this is an initial license that they just never got, or what exactly it is.
Well, here asking you a particular question, you felt like you need to tell.
No, so I'm comfortable with it. I didn't know they'd already been settled.
Oh, so the day they open.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Setting that aside, there's no problem with this application and what we do with that with respect to our code. So y'all wasn't taking action on it if you want to, or you can table it until all 5 of you are here. That feel better. However you want to handle it.
Yeah, I don't know if there's additional questions to be answered, but I wanted to honor the desire of the board. I don't think that there's any. I don't think we really have a standing to deny it. So I don't know what continued delay would give us, but I'm willing to.
Well, we got M&M stores. They sell it. Taunton failed it. So the Dollar General, if you don't like to drink, don't buy it. Give it.
I think the confusion, Joe, is that initially when it came across, and I called to see what it was for, they said it was to sell wine in package sales. Mm-hmm. But then when they got to looking at the planning and zoning, they did not have a copy of an initial license. So I don't know if they're trying to go back and get the license, or if they were open to another license somewhere maybe, and they're getting their own here.
If I don't know, and if there's not an existing license that you're aware of, I'm not aware of one either. We're going to have a look for one either at your own. Would wine sales fall under liquor sales? No, see. Wine and beer go together.
What a bit. Mm-hmm. So at this point, I mean, we kind of need to do something one way or the other. Either you need to accept it or deny it, because we're just kind of tabling it, which is keeping it from being.
Lanning is waiting on it. It would be good to get some determination to them. I sit on planning for Bay County, and it just gets tough on the applicants, and they start looking at everybody, not telling them what to do. It's up to you all. If you're willing to take action on it tonight, I think that would be useful. I think we should go ahead.
Okay. What would be a motion? I think we should just go ahead and approve the application. That's a motion?
Yep.
Okay. That's that concern. Okay. All right. So, Ms. Rodberger,
Yes.
and Mr. Park?
Yeah.
And Chair would vote yes as well on approving this application.
Forward to the commission. To the planning board.
Right.
All right. Thank you.
And that's all I had. And
All right. We'll just go down the list as let's do. Mr. Parks, do you have anything tonight that we bring to the council?
I don't have anything.
All right. I think it's right here.
Done a good job on collecting. Have one. And we're on a roll there for a while.
I've never seen a blue report.
And I tried to hunt him down, but couldn't get it from jail. So I was going to tell you, I thought he was still at the gated community.
I know you got to figure it out around it's that Ray Williams.
Collection. Yeah. Yeah, I think that what did you put it in his book? Because it was just sitting next to me. All in it.
The collection report. Did you get one?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's under election report.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, mine was just sitting on the book. So I guess there's really no opportunity because that person is, if there's going to be somebody on, it's going to be that person. I don't guess there's really an opportunity to address that, is there? I mean,
You want to say he's incarcerated?
yeah, he is now. That isn't always the problem.
Well, I think one of the things we probably didn't do correct on that is that we took a partial payment, which I've stopped those, but do not take partial payments anymore. Because now he's sitting out there with balance too. So we're not going to do that anymore. It's all or nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, and I know I'm not talking about like you're going to necessarily be able to done human to get money, but I'm just talking about in the future. I mean, to continue to have that as a customer. But we appreciate you as a team. You're a kid.
And honestly, the water had already been cut off, but it's on 6th Avenue. The dirt out there is just mounded over the meter. It's higher than what we can dig down there and get it. So once they get some of that dirt off, I'll cut the water off.
Okay. All right. That was all I had. I was going to ask about that ongoing issue with that same person.
Right.
So with Mr. Hagan not here, Miss Carter not here, then Jeff, we'll turn to you.
Yes, sir. I'll be happy to answer your questions after I tell you all about the fire department transfer. We finally have that done, got the documents from county attorney today. And y'all see copies of the interlocal agreement regarding transfer of fire responsibilities, the bill of sale that's associated that will deal with all of the personal property of the fire department, non-real estate, that is to say, trucks, equipment, gear, things of that nature. And then the deed to the fire hall itself that has the reverter language that y'all asked for and the county has agreed to, that in the event the station ever ceases to be used as a fire department, it will automatically revert back to the town by operation of law without further action. So y'all, everything's in order. The only thing we're going to need to do is a couple things. Let the county commission give us a final vote after y'all approve it tonight. If you do vote to approve, to go forward, to move forward, we'll get a final vote from them at their first meeting of August. And then at the same time, I would ask that the fire department get together, make a list of all its assets, as far as the VIN numbers, titles, all the things that will become part of the Exhibit D to the bill of sale. We're going to transfer all those items to our county workshop. But the documents are in order. We're all on the same page and just need a vote from y'all if you want to move forward with it, to send this back to the county with the town's approval to do the deal.
So in order to have an appropriate discussion, it would probably be appropriate to first say, does anyone want to go ahead and move forward with this? If not, then let's have a conversation around that.
I think we should move forward. Do you need a motion?
Yes, sir.
That motion. I'll make a motion to move forward with it.
Let me go ahead and second. I'll ask you something.
Yeah. I don't mind seconding it, or did you? Yeah, I'll second that. Can I do that as a chair?
No, I think you have to cut it. When there's nobody.
Yes, I just think I will second. I'll let you, if you're willing to. If you're not willing to, I don't want. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have put you on the spot. Keep going like. And I do want to ask a question. So I am, there's a lot of legal words here: granted, bargain, sold, transfer. So all of the current outstanding debt is transferred with it.
It is, yes, sir.
Okay.
I apologize. I had mentioned that. I talked about the assets and the real property. There's also a USDA loan that the county's going to assume. They call payments and indemnify the town for any amounts due under that loan.
Okay, so the county took it. That's the third part I meant to mention and never got to. I appreciate the due diligence here for reading through the documents as best I could this afternoon. You have to be succinct, right? They're legal documents, but they appear to cover the things that I was concerned about. Oh, I just didn't see verbiage. Is there verbiage on that, or is that just an theory? Is just certain the interlocal? Oh, the other one. Okay.
Paragraph 2 and paragraph 3 talk about that.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're very well understood.
All right. So I'll call for the question, Mr. Parks.
Wait,
yeah.
I got a question. So on the parcel ID, Jeff, are these the lots just surrounding the fire station? Do you know?
As I understand the legal description, it's just the property that constitutes the fire station.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Mine?
Yes.
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Another step, the historic movement for our county. Now that we voted on that, I just do want to say, I'm glad that the county is going to benefit from this, but I can tell you my drive in this, as a member of this town council, was to protect the town. I've always felt like it could be better that if that wasn't something that we were having to manage and have responsibility for, 5 or 10 years into the future, people are going to say the county's doing this, the county's doing that differently. Yeah, I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at we've taken care of the town, and I'm confident that the county will always continue to take care of our fire needs. So I'm not concerned about that. So I'm glad to see this. Glad to see this step for our town. Yes, sir. Yeah. All right.
I had one more thing that Roger wanted me to ask Jeff about. So he wants to have a discussion, maybe, I don't know with you probably or whatever, about an alcohol ordinance for on-site consumption in Wausau.
Good. Like at a restaurant, or on what would the site be?
I don't know. The county ordinance already addresses on-site consumption.
Let's look about street.
I think his
Pull up there.
what he mentioned is that a lot of this property is fixing to be for sale that Tommy Smith and them own. They're fixing to sell it in big chunks. Wants to make sure that a business won't come in here and be able to do on-site consumption in the town.
So it's something y'all want to avoid? Is that
And some of this, yeah, he wants to avoid.
I don't know what the county's ordinance is off the top of my head. Let me.
It's specifically, I know it talks about on-site consumption. Really, I think put that up before.
Yeah, it talks about the distances and stuff. And like, for example, if Dollar General was on site consumption, it would be too close to the church since it's only a shows it's not too close.
Yeah, yes, sir. That's right.
There's no bonus ordinance really on proximity.
All right, let me get. It's that maybe something you can just give us an opinion on later, Jill.
I was going to say I've got it up here now, but that's just sickly that the city or the town doesn't want to have, and the true.
Right.
Or at least have control over it, right? I mean,
2 or 3 years ago, you were very vocal as a board, and if I'm not mistaken, you voted on just that to avoid it in the future. It was, like I say, probably 2 or 3 years ago at least.
yeah.
But yeah, you guys addressed
I don't know if we created an ordinance or if we just
No, you didn't go that far.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, I see I remember what they had done up there now. I'll be glad to give you, because they got bottle clubs, they've got several other items there. Let me get back to y'all with an opinion on and understanding what it is that you want to.
Yeah, I'll get his, because I don't know if he was interested in restaurants or if he, at the bottle clubs is what he was interested in. He's like, well, they're fixing to sell big chunks of land. So he wants to make sure that whatever comes in there, that it,
Yeah, I'd like to ask to kind of extend that into the idea of an event, right? A stand-up event as well as somebody who will be faced Rick and Nair. Like you said, like
a festival or something.
Yeah, something like that. We have something in place so that we could have a say or have some sort of help make sure it's controlled
To restrict it.
Yeah, as we.
That probably wouldn't affect like a wedding venue though, right? That would be on half of vote.
I don't know. We need to make sure, right? Because somebody here may say, well, they had a wedding venue, and then I wouldn't want to have to do that, right? So I'm hoping we can. I don't know what the slice is, and it's a good point to ask him. Yeah. So thanks for that.
You're very welcome. Let me, okay, I've got that note down.
Okay. I told him I'll mention that to you.
Okay. Did y'all have any other questions for me? I don't. That's all I had.
All right. So do we motion for adjournment or?
Yeah, Mr. Clerk. Mr. Cooch, yeah, sure, if you had anything to say.
Yes, I'd ask her earlier. Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I read down the list, and asked as we went. So I guess we would consider a motion to adjourn. I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All right. So everybody, yes?
Yes.
Yes. And chair votes yes. Thank you.